Welcome to D&D Journey of the 5th Edition. Join us in our campaign and shenanigans as we explore the subterranean labyrinths, plunder hordes of treasure, battle legendary monsters. This podcast will be following our gaming group and the adventures of these characters, as well as a few guests from time to time. Join us as we start a new campaign and our journey to experience the best, and maybe the worst, in the 5th edition of Dungeons & Dragons.
Hey guys, Jim here with Creative Play and Podcast Network. I would like to introduce you to one of our newest D&D groups, an all-evil goblinoid group that we're calling Conquest of the Greenbloods.
Psst. Hey you. Do you like the Tales from the Crypt series? Do you like spooky things in general? Then check out the Good Evening Kitties podcast. That's Good Evening Kitties podcast. GOODEVENING KIDDIES podcast. Each week, I'll review a new episode from the TV series The Tales from the Crypt. Find me on Podbay, Podbean, or iTunes. That's the Good Evening Kitties podcast. Check it out today.
Okay, so while you guys are out in the woods, you've managed to wrangle information about a dungeon from somebody. We should probably do an introduction. So what do we want to call ourselves? Conquest of the Greenbloods? Conquest of the Goblins?
Goblins of Conquest, I think works.
Goblins of Conquest?
Goblins of Conquest works for me.
That works for me.
Sure.
Okay, since you guys are going to be the goblins that take the fuck over this continent and kick all the pink-skinned wusses away and take out some elves, because everybody hates those elves because they're shadow elves.
All elves are shady, really.
Until they whip out the hexablades. Then you're like, drop shadow loot. Okay, so you guys basically, finagled a location of a dungeon that you heard some goblins were at. You also know there's some rumor that twice a year these goblins trade with the local humans these magic apples that can almost bring the dead back to life. Kind of awesome curiousness. So it's one of those it's a two-edged sort of. You could either dominate or slay a bunch of goblins and get some magic apples, or you can just kill them all and get some magic apples. So for your little warband of hobgoblins, bugbear, and goblins, what is your structure? Do you I know the hobgoblins are going to want to bust out with some military-style structure.
Well, right.
Which is funny because you have your two primary tanks and your healers that are hobgoblins. You got the wild wizard bugbear. What alignment did you go with? I forgot. Did you go chaotic or lawful?
I didn't put that down yet.
Ah.
To be determined.
So let's go around the table. Everybody, introduce your character.
Okay.
Give your alignment and basically what you look like to each other.
Oh god.
With the paladin.
You can go lawful evil, which is most hobgoblins. As a generality, the stereotype is hobgoblins are lawful evil because they're very militant and disciplined, and they've got that really annoying racial ability that keeps them not to fail. Too many of you are looking at me. I'm too big to fail. Even the cleric's like, no. There's too many of you watching me. You're gonna live. I need 4 people to watch me to get the bonus. So who wants to start?
I'll start.
Okay.
So Tithe is a chaotic neutral bugbear warcaster, and he's kind of quiet most often because he's thinking and strategizing. He also has difficulty carrying a conversation with most hobgoblins, goblins, and bugbears because of their intellect. Very few can actually rise to the occasion of a conversation with him, so he just stays quiet. But he's oftentimes absent-mindedly picking things up and accidentally breaking them and putting them back down and acting as unsuspicious as possible as he walks away.
That natural bugbear stealthiness.
That long arm reaches over and
All of a
grabs
sudden
him.
you look around and go, how did the 7-foot-tall bugbear sneak up on me?
I just imagine you pick up a teapot and crush it on accident.
Right.
Just set the pieces down.
There's nothing to see here.
Move a pot over.
I mean, I feel like the voice recording doesn't do enough for
Visual.
because I do a lot of miming.
A lot of hand signs.
My hands are doing this.
So who would like to go next?
I'll do the descriptive. What is it when they like you're watching a movie, but you can turn on for blind people. You can turn on the description.
Descriptive audio.
Descriptive audio. Thank you. Like she reaches out to.
Fondle the pot.
Yeah.
She reaches
Fondle
out
a
to
broken
shake
pot.
the kobold from hiding.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I'll go next. I'm Raxla, Hobgoblin, lawful evil. The shamed Hobgoblin. My top knot has been shaved off, so completely bald and scarred from a lifetime of war. And I carry a very large sword on my back that no one ever sees me use. Mostly keep to my battle axe.
For kicking his teeth.
Yep.
That's the cooking sword.
Well, and eating too.
I'm very particular about the things that I cut my meat with, okay? So don't blame me.
Have to sneak in with a bottle of WD-40 inside.
Cheers.
Tested.
Yep.
Not equally squeaky.
Yeah.
Or greater so.
Traditional hobgoblin, like reddish skin, yellow eyes, very grimly set, but has a tinge of bitterness to him.
He's seen some shit.
Yeah. And that's pretty much it.
Well, he's been shamed.
Yeah,
He's seen some
yeah.
shit.
There is that hobgoblin
treated
rule.
like
Only
shit.
the weak get killed. You know.
I survived. I mean, no one else did, but I survived, so.
And then the other half of the group's going, sure. And which alignment did you go with?
Lawful evil.
Okay. We're all gonna look at you, Ashley.
But you didn't say we had to go in a
I
circle.
can go next.
Yeah.
Let's see. Nobody offers horse.
Okay, so Ashley has to go next. Now it's been said.
Yep.
Hey, I don't mind. So I am playing Lishka. She is a hobgoblin cleric, lawful evil. You know, gotta go with what you know.
Yeah.
Let's see. She, I give you a little tidbit of, this just for fun. She hears voices and sees signs, so be prepared.
Well, that's an important thing. You're your spiritual leader.
And for all of
I'm
you,
guessing it's not signs like turn left here.
It sounds like maybe on your Google Maps.
But they're all invisible to the rest of us.
We captured one alive. I need
There's a
entrails.
castle this way, guys.
And I forgot to write down the god on here when I redid this.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember I was like the only one who followed that god. You all followed everybody else. So
Everyone
I was
else went with the hobgoblin god as opposed to the goblin god.
like, yes.
I didn't want to go with anybody.
You get to fix stuff if you want.
I don't want to.
You don't want
I
to?
want to be an atheist.
You're an atheist goblin? You believe in nothing?
Yes.
So I have a small mission to convert you all.
So I'm not going to admit that I'm an atheist.
And
Yeah.
think about every goblinoid community you come to. You know, that could be part of your thing. Is,
Absolutely.
get them to
Convert or else.
convert or die.
Exactly. And then you're going to still die.
Yeah. And then you'll still be used by your god.
Yep.
Who would like to go next?
Okay, yeah, I'll go next. Yeah, I'm playing Aconite, a Goblin Ranger. He's kind of he has been raised by wolves, actually.
Yeah.
Exactly. And in fact, in terms of appearance, like when he's kind of one we're just sort of like on just general patrol, kind of like general movement, kind of skittering around, paying attention to what's going on, sort of sniffing out a spot and like, oh, okay, catching up, running up to catch up. And in fact, also is wearing the pelt of rival pack's pack leader that he defeated as kind of a cloak and cowl kind of thing. So he's kind of a little, not quite feral, but yeah, probably. and so naturally a bit chaotic evil to him. So.
Table manners are bad even by goblin standards.
What are these tables of which you speak?
Just eats off the
Just throw some scraps off the table.
Alright, my name's Daniel. I'll be playing Agnon, the lawful evil paladin. Generally quiet, easy to smile, will engage in a conversation, but generally doesn't say a whole lot.
Okay. So remember, if you play to your background's merits and flaws, remind me. If I don't notice, because I have GM inspiration here. It's the cool GM inspiration too.
Oh crap! I'm the only one left, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, who's next?
You thought you'd be rogue. Advanced deployment. They do a lot of really good stuff.
Okay.
You didn't roll that good on your stealth roll.
No, it was there's deception.
No, I'm not good at that either.
I'm a tree.
Did you go with Giggle Snort?
That's my surname, Gigglesnort. I'm Ashley, and I'm playing Sombra Gigglesnort, a neutral evil goblin rogue. And I have a pet mouse who my nephew named, and I can't remember what it was.
But it lives in your pocket.
But it lives in my pocket and on my shoulder. It just hangs out, all right? And I like
Long
Like
walks
a-
on the beach.
yes. You'll see me kind of like the bugbear,
Yeah, bugbear.
like the bugbear picking up things and
But not
putting them in my
preparing
pocket.
But not unlike the bugbear.
Food scraps and trinkets and pretty rocks. Who
It's just enough there.
So I got pockets full of stuff. And see if there's anything else important.
Yeah, I didn't go into dissertation either.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, that's all. The end.
So you guys all know each other. You've worked together. You're doing this whole gonna make a band of goblins. I mean, did you guys give any thought to the banner for your group, by the way? Because that is like one of the hobgoblin things. Do you need to make a banner eventually? Or you waiting till the gods give you that sign that that's your name?
The most thought that I put into it was when I was like, fire, it symbolizes, ferocity and whatnot. That. And I'm pretty sure that was like 2 weeks ago. We are the fire.
And then you hang the Burning Man over the banner, and whatever drips out, there's your sign. Okay, so you guys basically, that there's a nearby within like half a day's walk is a human town. Small town, little hamlet deal. Have you guys ventured into it? Are you staying away from it to keep safe distance? I mean...
You said we trade with humans isn't uncommon.
It's not uncommon, especially this community. The reason why it's known is these goblins go to that town and trade their apples every year, because of course it's magical healing apple. So you might, and of course, the hobgoblins, you're generally more well respected than regular goblins because you don't steal everything.
We're better.
Yeah. and you guys, won't massacre the village unless you see them as weak and need to be massacred generally. It's better to, make them work for you instead of kill them.
Right.
As opposed to the goblins that will steal stuff until they start stealing lives. And the bugbear, which people just disappear. There's a bugbear in the mist.
Well, if we're going to try to procure these apples, I would prefer to procure the goblins as well, because I'm not
Thralls?
I'm not a farmer.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And apparently
How
they
they
know
do
how
the work.
they know how to pick them. They know how to find them. Use their talents.
Requisition their skills.
It's easier to steal creative apples than pick the apples.
So, who's going to be the one to do the survival roll for the group? As I look over at the ranger.
The
should be pretty-
plus 4.
Yeah, that should be pretty obvious.
As the one who's proficient in survival.
Yes.
So you have a brief description of this place that you're going to. There's a giant chasm.
Okay.
Because from what your archaeologist has discovered and some information about the place is a couple hundred years ago, back when there was this little war with these tiefling human demon people and the dragon people, there was a castle and it was attacked and the dragon was forced to basically bury the castle under the mountain. And there's supposedly a chasm that you can go straight down into the castle. And it's still underground there. Obviously, if there's goblins coming in and out, it must not be that dangerous. I mean...
Yeah, goblins are weak and cowardly.
Yeah. We find the small places.
So how'd your survival roll go for trekking your people through the woods?
Through the forest?
Yeah.
You mean that I have a natural exploration advantage through?
Oh, you do you?
Yes. 19 plus 4, 23.
Okay, so basically, your tracker here, he is beelining you as the scout safely. He's like, poison bush, poison tree, poison frog, poison dragon.
Poison moon.
Why did he stop and raise his leg? And then he goes down sniffing on the ground.
That's how he tells you
yeah.
it's poisonous. All of a sudden, he'll stop and he'll like,
I know this place.
So you've got the lay of the land. You see that there's obviously trappers and woodsmen go through this area often, but there seems to distinctly be, as you're getting closer to where you believe the ravine is, from when you climbed a little tree and you looked around and jumped down, and that you think you're going the right direction.
All right.
So you're heading there. Things are going great. All of a sudden, there's a almost like a portent sign, because hobgoblins like crows. It's one of the things that your god likes, murder and slaughter. All of a sudden, you hear that the proverbial crows in a distance start cawing and getting agitated by something. It almost sounds, with just your passive perception of, anyone who has a 10 or higher, it should be all of you, I believe.
Yeah.
That something is coming this way quickly.
Hey guys, something's coming this way quickly.
I'm actually going to stealth and just walk into the bush.
Ooh, okay.
I'm going to try to get behind a non-poisonous tree.
I'll let you know.
I would like to get behind a poisonous tree.
Not that one.
Yes, also stealth. I think I'll go with my swords out.
Okay. So I've made little squares. By the way, you goblins can share squares with other friends because you're small, which is good. So like both of you can be on one square and it counts as just you guys.
It's just you guys standing on each other's shoulders.
We stack. We're stackable.
You're stackables.
As I realize on the Goblin Ranger and Goblin Rogue, it's the same initials. I'm like, I didn't do the initials twice. So by all means, you can move yourselves anywhere you'd like. So we have the Hobgoblin.
So which direction we do we come from?
Yeah. Where were we coming from?
You guys are coming this direction.
Okay.
And it's coming from that
That
direction?
direction.
Okay. Yeah.
See, I went with Hobgoblin Fighter as opposed to Hobgoblin Fighter Future Hexblade of Shadow.
Hard to fit.
So something is coming this direction quickly.
Yeah.
Let me get some stuff.
That's anyone.
As much as
Scooch on it.
as much as I am disgraced, I am still a warrior, so I will be up near the front.
Okay.
Aw.
Yeah, okay. I'll start out with the bow at ready then.
Hide behind the tree.
Okay. So those of you that are hiding,
So this is me, yeah?
that's you. Yeah.
No,
That's the
Ranger.
You're Ro. G-Ro.
Oh, I thought it was my initial.
Oh.
Level with HA.
Alright.
So those of you that would like to stealth, by all means, make a stealth roll.
I got a total of
Can't
12.
I
'Cause
just
you can stand
automatically
behind.
stealth?
The bush there.
No, but you're pretty much.
Level with it.
Do I get
No.
advantage on this because we're in the
There.
forest?
Behind that bush there.
Behind that bush.
Oh.
In the bush.
In the bush.
Wisdom checks.
Can you give me what I'm doing?
I don't think I get.
What are we rolling?
So if you don't have the stealth, you could just hide behind the tree defensively.
I'm
But
just-
if you feel caution is a good
Alright,
thing,
and
you
then-
can
So
by all
it's gonna
means
be
stealth.
yourself,
Lord help
and
me
you get
now.
your.
I'm at a negative one.
And don't forget, those of you in heavy armor are also at a
But I have an
disadvantage for your
extra,
stealth.
Well,
So
I'm
it's
watching
plus
everybody
4,
stealth.
right?
Okay, then
I'm not
Flat,
stealth.
and then 3 is
I'm just
extra.
hiding behind a tree.
if your
Shield,
proficiency
sword.
bonus is double,
Okay.
then yeah.
Oh, you're doing
Okay,
the
so then I
Oh, jeez.
I did it.
I'm gonna,
I got a little.
24.
Oh
I'm gonna
God!
unmute my war
Nobody
hand.
even saw
No,
you.
they
like,
don't even know where I am. They're like,
I got
"Does she go
I got
back?"
an 11. So
Yeah, I'm not even gonna say what I got. Okay, so that's why I'm not
So bad.
so very bad.
So as most of you are getting nice and defensively clandestine, the paladin stepping forward and doing the classic sword on shield clamor, and basically about half a minute passes as you're hearing something running through the forest fast. I mean, it's coming in like a bat out of hell, and all of a sudden, because of course these are each trees. I'm assuming y'all figured that. Coming, busting out of a group of bushes, which we need some bushes. Yeah, bushes. Maps always need bushes. There's little raspberry bushes with thorns and all that.
Delicious
raspberries.
I stopped fighting.
I go pick raspberries and put them in my pocket.
And out of the underbrush bursts a human who seems to have... He has a scabbard on him, but it's got no sword in it, so it's like flopping around. And his clothes are all ripped open, disheveled, and you notice there's like multiple small wounds on his thighs and his butt as he's running.
would you say
Is he
goblin
wearing
height?
a uniform?
No, he's just looks like a woodsman who just was armed, and he's literally running, just like bursts through, and you see like some sticker thorns already in his hair and disheveled because he's just running to get away from something.
Okay.
Run on.
Whatever he's running from, I'm curious now.
Okay, so you're banging your shield.
I'm going to step
still?
in front of him.
Okay. He actually was going like this way, but once he sees you, he kind of is diverting in your direction.
Okay.
I think he wants protection.
And pretty much he runs up and about right here, falls to the ground and hits the ground really hard. And you just see his back has been dripping blood from a bunch of small little cut wounds. They're about this big, and they look like they're all puckered open.
That doesn't sound pleasant at all.
No.
I say in my head from behind
From
where
your
no one can
super
see me.
secret hiding spot.
Is he conscious?
He is out cold right now. You probably have a feeling that he's just hit 0 hit points, and he'll have to be making some life and death saves unless somebody does medicine or healing magic
Or hits him in the head with an axe.
or finishes him
I
off.
could totally try.
Let me heal you with my knife. I will staunch the bleeding.
Healing shiv.
Well. So he was heading now. I'll start going this way.
Packs of healing.
Okay. So like
I'm
just
not gonna give you
nonchalantly
information.
walk over him.
Yeah.
Okay, as you're walking up, give me a perception roll. As your group's like, dude, you're getting kind of far from the group.
Yeah, I don't see shit.
Your fine hobgoblin ears start to twitch as you try to pick up some ambient wood sound, but the cawing of the crows, and you hear the horrible wheezy breathing coming out of the hole in his back.
So bad.
Obviously it's just upsetting you that he's still alive, maybe. It's getting your hackles up. But there seems to be a slight rustle in the bushes. Like something's coming, but it's going really slowly.
I want to walk up to the human.
Okay. He's in bad shape.
I'm gonna go up to the right, straight along the line. Go up my 30 feet. Yeah.
So to here.
And at this point, I've abandoned stealth since the paladin is drawing a lot of attention already.
Okay.
And I'd like to do it.
Perception.
Yeah, I'm seeing probably about as much as you are.
It's
An
the
8.
crows. I'm telling you, man. The crows are like super. You're like, yes, war is here.
Oh, I wonder if yeah. Not feeling as confident. I'm gonna bump up a tree. I'm gonna bump up a tree and because this is the rustling has got me curious as well. And I got a 10.
So you definitely can tell that there's something small size in the bushes. Obviously, from when you're seeing it, you're seeing movement, but you're not catching anything specific. That there's something like goblin size, probably because your lower profile lets you see that it's something goblin size moving in the bushes, and there's at least 3 of them moving, at least 3 sections. Harkens back to your idea of back in the day when wolves and goblins would fight together.
Yeah.
It's a goblin cinema.
I mean, I've obviously well, I mean, we got a couple in stealth, so trying to silently relay there's like 3
Goblin hand signals.
Try to not.
Unfortunately, they're all wolf signal. It's all.
I just
Why
assume
are you
fleas.
scratching your ear
I
with
just
your
assume he has
foot?
fleas.
Yeah, Tithe is going to yip back to him. Yip.
Look up here. Look up here.
Who's a good goblin? Who's a good goblin?
Yeah. Not ready to fire just yet. Myself.
Okay. You can always fire an arrow into the bush.
Yeah, maybe. I probably should.
You can. I'm pretty sure your skills could hit the bush.
It's an awfully
Well,
large
also,
foot.
I'm looking at this thing right down here. Violence is my password. I got it.
Oh, somebody's going for the inspiration soon.
I'll go and fire a plus a 21.
Damn! All of a sudden, you guys are all like observant and patient. You just hear the ranger go, "Ah!"
Yeah,
and the arrow goes flying off into the bushes, earning him inspiration because he's being reckless.
For 5.
And you just see a couple twigs snap and break and just drop because apparently your broadhead arrow just hit him just right. And as soon as that happens, you start hearing this horrible clickety-clackety sound. It's like... And there's multiples in there. And there's a couple at a distance away.
Can I examine his back? See if I recognize what might have caused these wounds?
Yeah, give me a medicine check.
Oh, that's nothing. That would be 3?
This is clearly a dog fight.
I'm not a cleric.
Wow, he's
I'm gonna
jacked
head over
up.
there and look at him too.
Okay.
This is definitely not natural, guys.
He's like...
Nat
As
20.
you like... Oh my god.
What?
Nat 20.
Ooh.
You can,
I'm not even with my bonuses.
as he comes out and like sticks his finger in this big puckered cut because the cuts are just cuts, they're cuts and then they're like opened up, they're blossom.
Oh,
But
lovely.
the blood
And-
tastes pretty good.
And as you look at this, you can see from his paleness he's exsanguinated a lot.
You're right.
But you look at his clothes and there's like not even a quarter of the blood that should. If he's been bleeding out from these wounds, he
Someone
should
been
have.
draining him.
You get the sense that his blood's missing. And one thing that bugs you is when you like poke the wound, all of a sudden you notice there's something moving inside.
Nah. Nah.
Try eating it.
The other white meat. And
Goblin, come over here.
with your natural 20,
that.
you
that.
do a quick cursory medicine grab to it, and you like snatch the little thing, maybe it's a maggot or something, and it looks like a vine.
We're in the movie Ruins. This is a bad sign. Don't touch him. Don't go near him.
Go to the cell phone.
No, don't go to the cell phone.
And it basically, as you pull it out, it starts to die from exposure. But you can see that all of these wounds had something like insert into those wounds and pull blood out. You definitely see that something was bleeding this guy.
Yeah, well, I don't think there's anything I can really do for him right now. So, But yeah, let's stay away from whatever it was that was attacking.
You could try a medicine roll to save him, to
Yeah.
stabilize him if you want, but that's
Like
up
I
to you.
said,
I mean,
there's-
you're hearing
In
creepy,
other words, what you're willing to do for him right now?
You're hearing creepy ass noise coming this way.
Yeah, that's
and,
right.
and there's like a couple off in the distance of the crickets echoing almost like wolf calls.
Yeah, and that's why I said there's nothing we really can do for him right now. I think we should just take our leave and leave this poor man to his demise.
Nature must take its course.
Yes.
Okay. So anybody else want?
This is a sign from the gods. We should not get involved.
Maybe.
Well,
should.
we were going that way. We're involved.
We can go around.
Around's longer.
I don't care.
Timid hobgoblins.
So says the murder bear. They call you bugbear, but you're really a murder bear.
You're one step up from murder hobo.
That's a quick question since we might see combat soon. I have 5-foot reach, and
Yeah.
some of these spells, like Lightning Lure, has a 15-foot range. Does that effectively have a 20-foot range?
Not really spells unless it's like a touch type of like shocking grasp.
Okay. I got you. But I can attack it.
Oh
10
yeah,
feet
you
out. So
get that
basically I
extra square, which is really nice.
So once I start doing range, I don't have a lot of those yet, but once I do, I just pull my arms back and then cast, and I don't have to move. So the other question,
Big old gorilla
mage
arms.
armor is a ritual.
It can be cast as a ritual, yeah.
Are you opposed to me doing that on a
Well, it usually takes like 10 minutes. I know it lasts, what, an hour?
8 hours?
Oh, is this something you normally will do?
I would like to because
I mean, it makes perfect sense to say that's one of the first things. That's your standard operating procedure is to cast that on yourself.
and if you're comfortable with that, and otherwise we
Oh,
can
I'm
go
good with
forward
that.
with that. Okay, cool. So I'm
How
kind
many
of
hours?
listening to these guys over here talk, and I'm already, my foot's starting to stamp like Thumper, and
Getting froggy.
and my quarterstaff is like, and you hear this dum dum dum, and I start as on my drum as I start walking around to the other side of the bush.
So you're going
It's
past?
been about
Picturing
10
the toms.
feet of
Okay.
the big one.
Right there? Okay.
I want to go around to right about there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I did say go around. I didn't say go through.
It's around the bush.
Mm-hmm. So anybody else doing anything else?
I'm gonna go forward.
Okay. So are you gonna step into the bush?
Yeah.
The bush is difficult terrain. So are you like gonna plow through?
Yeah. Let's.
Be
Okay.
careful of the raspberries.
And give me a dex save, because it was one of those thorny bushes.
Dex. I'm not in love with this dice. That's unique.
You need to give those dice some love. So about 3 points of damage as you push through, and some your chainmail's catching most of it, but like a couple thorns, it's like a Palo Verde bush. Swang! And you get that one thorn that hits you and goes half inch into you, and all of a sudden it feels like your soul was pierced from one little thorn. Well, 2-inch thorn. And so that pretty much covers everybody. The ranger shot the arrow. The rogue's gonna keep hiding over there.
I'm a rogue.
Yeah, okay.
I continue roguing.
So for those two of you that went for some vantage point around the bush, you see that there are two little creatures running up that are about goblin size, and they've got their hands up and they're moving, but they seem to be made of plant. They've got bark skin, wicked looking little claw plant hands that look like nasty little bushes.
I start peeling bark off the tree curiously.
And they've got evil glowy eyes.
Oh,
You can tell they're not good glowy eyes.
This is why vegetarianism is wrong.
Plants do feel pain.
Okay.
Okay, so that's happening on the other side of the bush where we can't see.
Yeah, where you guys can't see.
Excellent. I'm going to assume everything is fine.
So
we
that
haven't
is a
heard
good point
anything.
for everyone.
Oh, that's
to
right.
roll
I can't see that.
initiative.
Yeah. That's yeah. I
kidding.
haven't heard
I
anything
didn't-
being called out by.
I did not poke the tree.
Because that's the way it routine rolls. Keep your
18.
Do you have that extra from me?
I don't. But you can use mine.
Oh.
17.
This isn't me. This is me.
Is that you? Okay, so what you got?
9.
Hey, it's
Oh,
good
I
place
just
for
right
cleric.
into this crack down.
Cinco.
Wow.
No, 5.
I really get
Cinco
this. Remind me.
My
of
Spanish was
It
horrible.
it should be your dex.
Where do
also
you
plus
live?
Okay, nothing else. Just
I think what we said.
What'd you get, Dan?
19.
21.
No, that would be. It should be 20.
Oh, sorry, just kidding. 20.
Big difference.
19.
19? Big power rolls.
I don't know why I apparently just can't brain today.
Okay, so
We're at 18.
Ashley, what's your dex bonus?
3.
3? Oh, okay. Dan and Michael, what are your dex bonuses?
I think I've actually only been 18. If I can't remember if I set it back to 15 or if I rolled a 16 at first. So I have a +3 dex bonus.
+2.
Okay.
I already took mine into consideration.
Well, I was just breaking some ties.
It's like, yeah.
That's right.
So our dear Goblin Rogue, the Black Blade of the group, you're up first. Your rogue senses kick in, and you're like,
I'm gonna climb the tree to get a better vantage point.
okay, go ahead and give me an athletics roll. How high are you going for? Like just to a nice place where you can sit down and not have to keep climbing?
Yeah, a good
Like the
strong
Y?
branch that I can like secure myself in and aim
Okay.
my bow. You said athletics.
Mm-hmm. Should be at the very top-ish.
7.
So from your beautiful hiding spot, you jump up. You get about a great 1.5 height as you start scampering, and then just the bark just peels off in your fingers. As you know, the mouse even like pops out of your pocket and looks at you like, "What were we doing?"
Bitch move.
Because that is a mouse in your
Yeah, it'd
pocket.
be like,
It is a mouse in my pocket.
You'd be more like,
And
I
it's
don't
happy
think
to
that's
see
how
you.
it's supposed to go.
Mm-hmm.
I drew him as an ally.
Aww, that's a cute mouse. So all of a sudden, these we will nickname them Twig Blights because that's like their name.
That sounds fair.
This one is going to immediately start running towards the nearest person he sees, and you notice he's like his fingers are flush with blood, and he's been fed. He's happy. And this one is going to run this way. And remember those noises in the bush. All of a sudden you hear the bushes moving. Thankfully you didn't step on them because they have really, really good stealth in a bush. Go figure. And this one's running out this way. And then I'll bring up the picture of Twig Blight too, because it's just going to be fun to show the two people who can see one.
But don't show them.
You
You get stat screen. You have stat screen over top of it.
How dare you try to give me Wi-Fi?
Nice.
I couldn't see yet.
I can't see it yet.
They're like int midgets.
Yeah, evil int midgets of evil.
Into midgets.
Hey, it was completely appropriate. So, this one's going to go after the War Mage. Because, you know, he wants to feed off you.
Right.
Never had your kind yet. Oh, who we kidding? I probably have. Holy shit.
Critted me?
Yeah.
The
Nice.
team rolls 20.
Apparently,
I'm gonna start narrating.
oddly enough, in my other D&D game, my first roll was a crit on my players as well. I see a pattern.
Time to get rid of that dice.
So 5 points of damage as it just comes up and just swipes at your stomach.
But it's double that, right?
Well, I rolled the second time. I rolled a 1 the first time.
Okay. Okay.
He just made the superstar of Twig Blight attacks.
You're gonna
So
pay for
much
that.
sticks.
And then his friend's going to come up and do the same, but he's going to do it more of a hand into your entrails. It's the same kind of attack, but he's like... Will a
Less
mighty
effective.
6 hit you?
A mighty 6 will not.
You notice that obviously while you just get slashed and blood's coming out, obviously he's like... with little splatters that, that are in the air. He obviously forgot where the blood comes from.
Derp.
And do you
So
cry
funny.
out to your friends? Because you could if you'd like. In frustration.
I'm actually going to start playing with my one hand because I've got the drum slung over the side. They've heard it before when I'm going into battle.
Your battle cadence.
Yeah, so it's loud enough that they could probably hear it.
Bum, brum, bum, bum,
Yeah, I'm rolling across it.
I love hated.
So this one's going to go ahead and attack you. Will a 16 hit you?
No.
I didn't write any of this down.
All of a sudden it goes... and just literally does this like 2 claws to your legs, and you just hear skittering of wood off your chainmail. Followed by just to your side here, where your sword arm is, the bush explodes out of the bushes.
Bush explodes out of the bush.
Yes, but this bush has claws. Will an unnatural 20 hit you?
Would hit.
As it comes out and it just goes swipe, and it just gets like a spot under your coif that wasn't protecting you, and you just feel these claws just dig into your skin and splatter blood, which he gets quite giddy about. You need a pencil?
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's not what you're doing. That's why I
Can't remember. Super helpful.
And then comes the third one. Oh, 3 points. As all of a sudden, this one, you hear this little tunnely sound under the bushes, and then all of a sudden, right where you were, it zips past, because it rolled a 1, and all of a sudden, it zips right past you as the adhesive picks that moment to stick, and gouges, does like this drive-by swipe, and just gouges into its little buddy there. Okay, and that's the Twig Blight's turn. As you guys are hearing the clattery noise that they're making is getting a lot louder, and you're hearing like 3 or 4 pockets off in the forest of the same kind of noise. But it's if you want to roll a perception, I'll tell you about how far, but it's a distance. Don't waste your skill in the middle of combat.
No.
I mean, you can, but I wouldn't.
No.
Okay. So that means it's now our ranger's turn.
All right. So, are they still hidden from me, being inside the bush?
For the most part, yes.
Okay. So that would be a disadvantage.
Yeah, you can shoot into the cover and try to get one.
Yeah, but again,
I
I think I probably should have even rolled disadvantage on that first shot too.
No,
but,
the first shot basically you didn't hit one, but you basically
Oh,
spurred
okay.
them
Okay.
on to battle.
Okay.
Because all of a sudden you attacked one of the bushes.
Yes. Yes. So see, I can neutralize my disadvantage.
You
possibly.
can.
Yeah.
Or you can take your chances.
At this point, considering what our paladin, I hear a lot going on
You're
around
hearing
the
scratches
paladin.
and scrapes, metal and
Yeah.
wood.
Just because, in case I might need to get in closer, I'll go ahead and hop up this one tree up.
Okay.
And then, fire towards that, and then, so.
In this general direction.
Yeah.
And oddly enough,
Trust me.
with your inspiration, your eyes got keen all of a sudden.
And then that would be a 16.
A 16? That's pretty damn good for rolling disadvantage.
And that would be a 9 damage.
all of a sudden, you're surrounded. The paladin realizes, maybe I shouldn't have gone through the bushes because the bushes cut me. Now the bushes are coming alive and cutting me. And all you hear is the bowstring just whack. And then you hear this, ah! And you feel these little barkish hands drag down your leg in a lifeless sort of fashion. And you definitely believe the little bastard behind you is dead. Even though he's sprouted new wood. The wood creature has sprouted arrow wood.
That's one way to put it. He sprouted new wood.
Yeah. So then it is your turn.
So the one that hit the other one is dead. The one that was hit, I'm going to attempt to slash.
Okay.
I'm sure I missed. So.
It should be right. Your bonus is right there.
8.
8, yeah. Unfortunately, you swing because he's in the bushes, and when you swing, literally, you just take a foot off the bushes, and it just barely ducks in time. As you just in frustration, just like, and you just there's now a clean line cleaved through the bush there. Okay, are you good with where you're standing, or? Now remember, with the way attack of opportunity works, it's when you leave the circle of so if you move here, he would get an attack, but he would not. Or if you were to go this way, he would get an attack, but he would not. So as long as you're not leaving the threatening square, they don't get an attack of opportunity, but you can move around. You could move diagonally.
And we have to win both. So I will just click.
So you basically power through the bushes?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically the group just sees you kind of stomping through the bush to get a little more space. You can see clearly now that he's got some friends there.
That was coming.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's fun.
It's inevitable.
Okay, so the fighter, fingers fresh with the blood of the guy at your feet.
That I didn't kill. At least that's what I tell everyone.
Yeah.
I'm going to head towards the bugbear.
Okay.
I don't think I'll be able to make it.
30 is here.
Alright, yeah. I'll make. Actually, I will go ahead and double move.
Okay.
Another dash action.
Actually, I was counting for the wrong spot. Save square.
Okay.
Okay, so where would you like to go? Because you basically have this whole area.
Yeah, I'm going to come up behind. There you go.
Right there?
Right there.
Right there, since we did decide we're using the flanking rules, because why the fuck not? It's D&D.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
And I can't do anything because
You hustled your ass through the forest, literally doing the heroic, huge leaps and bounds with your sword.
Yeah, and as you walk up there and you run up and you take on this fierce grimace or whatever, you see Tide look down at you and he's like kind of disheveled, like, I had this. Even though his lifeblood is pouring out of him.
Even though you got a big swipe and your guts are leaking out. I meant to do this. And it's your turn, by the way.
Alright, so what I'm going to do is, if I step back to 5 feet, are they going to get an attack of opportunity on me?
Yes. If you're, unless you're to use your attack to disengage, as soon as you step back, they both would get an attack. Little buggers closing on you fast.
Yeah. I'm going to step, instead only one, slide it to your left, one square.
So you're going to give that one an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, and then I still have, advantage on the other one.
Okay.
So yeah.
So it goes, and it's drunk on your blood, man. It's drunk on your blood. Will a mighty 7 hit you?
Will not.
As you see it, put its finger down on the ground and suck some droplets off the ground with its fingers,
Nice.
Okay.
All right, so.
Not nice.
And at the same time, I am going to begin chanting out as I am running my claws down my quarterstaff, and green flame begins to erupt from it as I cast green flame blade, and I'm going to take it up and over my head and just come down on the thing with a mighty swing.
Give him the full-blown golf swing.
So he automatically, if I hit, he automatically takes the extra damage.
And is there any descriptors on that damage? Does it count as fire?
Yes, it is on a hit, the target suffers the attack's normal effects and green fire leaks from the target to a different target of your choice that you can see within 5 feet of it. The second creature takes fire damage equal to your spellcaster ability modifier. So, let me back up on that one because on a hit, okay, so it's not going to do damage to him, but the creature next to him is going to get damage. So
you
still,
basically hits an explosion of green flame.
and it does damage to the next guy.
2 for
Now I
1
just have
special.
to hit, right? So that's a 24 to hit.
Yeah, you know, when you do the overhead thing, you should have been a farmer because you're reaping the plant in front of you and you're coming down there.
Yeah, and you see the quarterstaff just bow back, and the green flame almost just rips down onto this thing and then just bounces onto the next target. So he's gonna the next target's gonna take 2 points of damage. This guy's gonna take a total of 4.
Okay, you come down and this thing splits in half. What's worse is when it explodes and the green flame just bathes the one next to it, all of a sudden it lets out this most horrible shriek that something that doesn't really have vocal cords shouldn't be able to make, because your 2 points of fire damage immediately sets this thing off and it burns to death in like seconds in front of you. With green flame. And the worst part is when the head is the last part to consume in flame, it pops like a mosquito.
And then I move back and I look at him and I wink at him. I say, "See, I had it."
That was impressive.
And he just kind of starts sauntering over, and I guess I've got about 15 feet left, 20 feet left, so I'm going to walk over there closer to him.
Okay, so like this direction, so like 5, 10, 15?
Yeah.
I see why your band works together.
And you've known me to be a smart-ass kind of cocksure.
He's a bugbear with intelligence.
Yeah.
That says something right there.
Even though I'm like, my eyelids are half open and I've only got 2 hit points left, I'm still going to battle.
Hey, that's the bugbear thing to do. You know, you wound me, I killed 2 of you.
Right?
Okay. So now that you've all seen his green flame of doom, it is our cleric's turn.
I think my face is still planted in the tree. I don't think I saw it.
It was so cute though.
This isn't real. Just kidding.
It's all a nightmare.
So let's see. Person.
Thing.
Thing.
Did you switch out for leather?
No.
How far is thing from me?
5, 10,
I was
15,
interested
20,
in knowing how
25,
it worked.
30 if you're willing to go in the bushes.
Let me know when you do.
Well,
When you
I
do
wasn't
make one.
actually gonna. I'm thinking more spell casting. So
Okay, if you do get to here, you can see that one clearly. This one's still kind of obscured.
okay,
You know, you know he's there, but by all means, but he's kind of obscured.
okay. Get to a point where I can see said person.
You kind of like,
thing.
you know, get up from the dead guy. Oh, we didn't roll a 1. The thing of life is still slightly inside him.
Slightly.
There may be one vine left in him.
Wow.
What, you thought I meant him?
So actually, I'm going to cast Sacred Flame.
Ooh. Okay, so I have to make a dex save, or is it wisdom save?
Hold on. No, I got it right here. See, target Dex.
Okay, dex. And what's your spell DC?
12.
12. Little bastard's nimble. And he rolls an 18.
And I failed miserably.
So, well, you didn't fail. You drop the sacred flame, and he just kind of like sidesteps it because it looks like fire, and he's like, "Yee-yee." You know, especially after the death shrieks of the guy over here. And it's still going on, echoing. It's a horrible sound.
Oh, we think it's a lovely sound, actually.
So normally Sacred Flame, when it comes down, it looks like a beautiful sparkle of daylight. With your chosen patron, what does your Sacred Flame look like?
Oh, hellfire.
Okay. So the sulfuric quench
Absolutely.
comes down.
Yes.
Okay. So we're back at the
Go
top.
big or go home. Right?
Go divine and go home. We're at the top of the order.
I'm going to climb the tree for real this time. The first one, I wasn't ready.
Okay.
14.
14?
I'm just kidding. 13.
13? You were scampering up the tree. You're realizing that there was handholds that you were not aware of.
So it's actually, you get an extra +2.
Oh, geez. Okay, yeah, so 15.
Yeah, don't
okay.
forget, anyone that's circled, it's your stat plus your proficiency.
Yeah, I'm
plus
just
2.
broken.
It's
Sorry.
okay. So you scamper up in the tree and
I meant
basically
to do it.
Yeah,
I'll
no
bet
worries.
you didn't.
plop down in a great little spot where you're straddling a tree branch and you're between the Ys, so you're like super safe and secure up there. And from your vantage point, you can see over the bushes.
Can
and
I see clearly now?
You can see clearly now. And you're seeing this weird green smoke going up and this horrible sound by the time you pop up the tree.
Can I see the creatures?
You can see this one.
Oh, can I tell it's attacking?
You definitely get the idea it's not being friendly to the paladin.
Okay. Well, I will prepare myself mentally for
Okay.
attacking it when I'm able.
Okay. So you just get the bow rake.
Yeah. I assume I can't act right
No,
now,
no.
so.
But you're ready. You've got it
I
dead
am
to
ready.
rights.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. So it's their turn. And that fire thing is scary as shit. So this one is actually going to run away. Or at least attempt to.
Well, that provides an attack of opportunity.
So when he steps out there, you get a reaction.
Okay.
And now remember, you only get one reaction. So like say you have spells that are reaction or your bonus action, like Green Flame. It's a bonus action.
Well, it's actually coupled with the attack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would see that.
So you get your SWAT.
Yeah, I'll take a swat at it. 8. 12.
12, that just barely misses him. You get like a flick of leaves as he is running away. And he is... Yeah, he's going to do double move. Just because, you burned a guy alive. It's fire. You seem to have a concept now that they may have a vulnerability to fire.
Yeah.
Especially since just a waft of flame lit him up like a match.
Right.
Okay, so it is now the Rangers'
Oh,
turn.
what about the other?
Oh yeah, the other one.
I know. I'm not playing well to the team.
No.
Although depending on.
He's adjacent to you, so he can't stealth.
He's kind of screwed, I think.
Yeah.
Well, he could run, I guess, but
Yeah, he's gonna go for the attack. He's already wounded as it is. Friend was nice enough to cut him up. So, well, a 9 hits ya. Not even on a bad day. As he just swipes at you kind of half-heartedly, you get the idea that he's scared of the fire. Maybe it's just messing with their senses. And since he didn't hit you, he's gonna try to run. He's 5,
which
10,
is an
15, 20. Which, by the way, would you like to take? Oh,
I took the one on the other.
and there, I think. And there. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be beeline toward. I've already counted out though. 1, 2, 3,
It's the
4,
best
5.
thing.
Like that's difficult terrain, so I
Yeah.
can't enter it yet. Listen, yeah. So I can double move and just try to keep an eye on it through
Okay.
him. So I'm gonna bug right through it. So
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So,
Okay, so give me a dex save to see if you get scratched up.
All right, plus 5, 18.
You're amazed because out of nowhere, Bush barely moves and the ranger comes running out with his little bow, all ready to do his thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so
that was my double move.
You feel that you might have him dead to rights now that you're there, as long as he can't get to cover. Okay, Paladin.
Try and chase him down.
Okay, you take a nice leisurely. Are you gonna get any closer, or just as close as you need to get to hit him?
Well, something to hit him.
Okay, you can walk in front of him if you want.
Yeah, let's go in front of him. Just.
Okay, so you basically take those couple extra steps and just literally turn in front of him, plant your feet, get your sword ready.
Yeah, let's
And I'm
do
assuming you're gonna trim some more hedges.
I'm gonna try. Hasn't worked very well for me.
Are you gonna trim your bush?
You need to roll with that dice.
Sorry, I couldn't.
That'd be 12.
And you come down, just leaves get severed, but just nothing of
Alright,
meat.
that
Like,
was called for.
rub your dice. I don't know if
Definitely
marking.
called for.
Did you ask Mark for GM dice? Because if you ask for GM dice, he gives you cursed dice. Love the dice. Here, let your dice fornicate with a special magical dice. Wizard dice.
We have a set of those somewhere.
Okay, so you take that swing, and it's absolutely... You might not be picking up on the body language of what a bush's body language is, but it's trembling like a bush. I mean, you're getting the idea that it's absolutely terrified at this point.
I don't think that's how that saying goes.
That's wrong somewhere.
He knows how to really shake a bush.
So it is now our fighter's turn.
Okay.
As the smoke of the burnt twig blight is costing your sinuses.
So now that carnage is in front of me, I'm going to turn and see the last remaining twig blight. I'll stalk over to it.
Now, you want to go for that, or do you want to just go?
Yeah, go behind.
So you're basically you're giving him the look like,
yeah,
we got this. Want to play tennis?
I got the battle axe, and I'm gonna take a
So
swing.
you two of you are flanking the poor bastard.
And flanking is
Gives you advantage.
Okay,
So you get to roll twice and take the better of the two.
So that was.
You know, it could be the foam mat. Maybe it's messed up.
So that is. So it's 20.
That would hit.
Just apparently don't know how to roll dice.
Dice are being wicked.
Oh, that's not great. That's 2 damage. As much as the. Oh wait, I have.
There's more.
You are a fighter.
Yes, I am a fighter with a 2-handed weapon. So
Did you go great fighter?
Yeah,
So
yes.
I think you get to reroll 1s and 2s on damage.
I do, but and I have to take the second one. Oh, that's much better. 7.
Okay. So you bring the axe down, and literally it just, and you just cut the thing in half. And all of a
It's like
sudden,
splitting wood.
you see just like this blood weeping out of the wood texture inside it, and the arms are kind of twitching, but they're separate and falling apart, and it's just nasty looking. And that's a great place to wrap it up there.
Hi, this is Kelly, aka Trixie from Ragnarok and Roll, a Scion to Ragnarok story, and Tilda Wimblewick from D&D Journey of the 5th Edition. First off, I would just like to say thank you to everyone for listening to our varied adventures, as well as for rating us on iTunes and RPGpodcast.com. If you haven't rated us yet, we would greatly appreciate it if you could. And if you're looking for more ways to support our efforts, we are now on Patreon, a great site where you can help us continue making more podcasts, as well as some special surprises for our patrons. If you can, please look us up at www.patreon.com/cppn. Every little bit helps. And again, thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening to D&D Journey of the 5th Edition, a member of the Creative Play and Podcast Network. And remember, be careful out there. There be dragons about.
Jim says I'm doubly good at these. I remember now.
Yeah, because you have the whole
'Cause,
rogue.
yeah, I'm glad I wrote
proficiency
that down.
thing. You're extra special good at that.
The ones with the dot, right?
Well, no,
Oh, an underline.
what she's referring to is the rogue. She's got expertise, so she actually doubles the proficiency, that +2 proficiency. Because the ones with the dots are the stuff that you're trained in.
Okay.
I think Giggle Snort is going to be my surname.
Really?
Yeah.
The family.
It's the family, Giggle Snort family.
Lord Giggle Snort.
Prone to contagious laughter fits.
Rogue dice.